The first thing the woman did after being reborn was fling her employee badge at her boss. She resigned from her $1 million a year position. Then she went to work as a nanny for a billionaire's household. In her previous life, not only did she have endless tasks to complete, but she also had a mother who demanded money from her every single day. Whenever her mother ran out of money, she would storm into the company and make a scene, even sitting on the floor and throwing tantrums. Seeing this, her colleagues whispered and pointed fingers at her. To earn money for her mother, she could only work overtime day and night. Yet her mother never understood her hardships. Late at night she'd call asking for money. Eventually, the woman died suddenly of a heart attack from overwork. Perhaps out of pity for her fate, heaven allowed her to be reborn back to the day 8 years ago when her mother caused a scene at the company. She remembered that in the previous life, her parents would come to the office in the evening to create trouble, and her boss, convinced that she was too afraid to resign because she needed the money, took the opportunity to single her out in front of her colleagues, dumping a huge stack of files on her desk. She would never, like in her past life, passively endure it again. Grabbing the files, she decisively threw them right back. The boss flew into a rage the instant he saw it, threatening her that if she didn't want to work, she could pack her things and leave. Unexpectedly, the woman promptly removed her badge and tossed it at him, then picked up her suitcase and began packing her belongings. Seeing this, the boss pulled out the employment agreement to threaten her. The agreement stipulated that employees who resigned voluntarily could not join competing firms. The boss had assumed she wouldn't dare quit, but to his surprise, she packed up and left without hesitation. Just as she stepped out of the company, she received a job recruitment flyer. She thought to herself that if she couldn't work at a competing company, she could still find other jobs. Following the navigation, she arrived at a lakeside, just in time to see an old man fishing there. When the old man learned that she was looking for work, he invited her home to work as his nanny. But upon entering the house, they found other applicants already waiting to be interviewed. Due to her extraordinary demeanor, the young master assumed she was a guest of his grandfather. When he heard that she had come to apply for the nanny position, everyone was taken aback. At that moment, the young master suddenly clutched his stomach, a detail that immediately caught the woman's attention. With just one glance, she could tell the young master's stomach was in pain. The other applicants hadn't taken her seriously, since they were all elite nannies, with years of experience serving wealthy families. Even the young master thought she didn't look like a nanny. After the woman introduced her resume, the old man discovered that she was actually a high-tech professional, which made him feel as if he had struck gold. At that moment, the grandmother suggested a test, explaining that her grandson suffered from anorexia. Whoever could get the young master to eat a meal would be hired as the nanny. The woman told the young master to order whatever he liked. It was the first time the old man had ever seen someone place an order through an app, a trick the woman had devised at her previous job to flatter her boss. The young master then selected a dish on his phone. Seeing this, the other nannies angrily accused her of putting on airs. Unexpectedly, in the next moment, the woman waved her hand and had already chopped potatoes and carrots. This left everyone else in awe. But just as she was simmering the soup, her mother suddenly called. The woman hurried outside to take the call. One of the nannies, plotting to sabotage her, threw a durian into the clay pot she was using for the soup. A short while later, the other applicants brought their prepared dishes to the young master. The young master tasted one bite and immediately lost his appetite. At that moment, the woman brought the soup she had made to the young master. Then she knelt down and reached her hand toward his abdomen. The young master grabbed her hand and asked what she intended to do. The woman explained that upon entering she had seen him clutch his stomach, so he must have skipped a day without eating. She told him that she had studied traditional Chinese medicine massage, and could give him a massage first. After the massage, drinking the soup would make him feel much better. After massaging him for a short while, she served the soup to the young master. The other nannies waited expectantly to see her fail, thinking that there was no way he could eat the durian chicken soup. But to everyone's surprise, the young master loved the flavor after just one taste, and couldn't stop eating bowl after bowl. This left the guilty nanny pale with shock. Little did they know, the woman had seen through all their petty tricks from the start.